Exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
And once again, Coach, the storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
Here's Wembanyama. He's on target from 8 feet out.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time. Yeah, he was making sure of that one. Jackson with the strong finish.
Wembanyama. And that one's... Good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Pass to Wembanyama.
Grizzlies foul.
All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Pass to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots. They get it back. And it's Barnes on the follow.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. San Antonio with the ball. Trailing by 2. Here's Wembanyama. Barnes outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Memphis foul.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage
Second
shots.
team foul.
And have to be careful guarding Paul. He's superb at finding ways to get defenders to initiate the contact.
In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific drink or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead. And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Collins wide open, he fires. Another shot. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Memphis trailing here. Morant right side. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Back to Paul. .122 left in the first. Collins, good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. San Antonio with the ball. Sohan. Makes it off the glass.
Well, that's where Sohan flourishes. He likes to take his work inside.
Pass to Morant. Vassell grabs the board.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
The 3 from Johnson. Left side Jackson. And he drops it in from the low post. Jackson's got his second bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Stolen by Collins. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's
Your Spurs 14. The Grizzlies 12.
and this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
To the middle. The 11-footer. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant surveying the D. Looking to get back on track here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Castle. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
A putback. Wembanyama on the fall. Wembanyama's got 6.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Here's Morant. Picked away. Pass to Wembanyama. It's Clark with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Morant. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And the Spurs making a change here.
The floor for your Spurs, Memphis.
Lets it go with a three. Back to Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him.
Jackson Jr.
That one goes. Count it.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Wembanyama. The baseline jumper goes down. And it's 8 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And he can get to the rim with the best of them. Morant always finds a way.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, DA. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. It's hauled in by Huff.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way, Stan, from the G League, an assistant there to NBA assistant, and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Castle.
Stephen Castle.
That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Huff. Stolen by Collins. Here's Sohan. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Oh, flexing his muscles there. Sohan focused enough to get the initial bucket to fall.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Now Eldama over Sohan. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because
that'll do it for the first half.
Spurs.
Grizzlies lead by 6. And we'll be back with the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Outside Pippen. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Lays it up and banks it in. Castle's got 6 points. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
The line for your Spurs.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake. And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And finished off by Morant.
Wow, it's like Ja has the ball on a string.
The 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Morant drives in. You can see, and coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. That's tipped. 6 to shoot. Barnes outside. San Antonio again missing. Morant left side. And then Morant slams it in.
As the league continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Spurs making a switch here.
For your Spurs Youth Dance Team.
Spurs trail by 8. Here's Wembanyama. Morant left side. Memphis moving it around. Shoots over Vassell. And another basket for Memphis.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Wembanyama, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
To the inside. Here's Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
John Morant.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And the dunk by Sohan.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Yeah, Morant is just a force of nature. Exceedingly difficult to guard him without
Second team foul.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future. That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result. Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Clark left side. Here's Vassell. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, so often Vassell will rise and fire, but that time he puts it on the floor and makes something happen.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Now we saw it in Boston, and we're seeing it in Memphis. Marcus Smart is a key piece in any lineup, Stan.
Yeah, look, you can just plug Marcus Smart in, especially to your defense. Multiple times on the all-defensive team, and he became so much better being able to run an offense, direct traffic, keep a team together.
And if he can just stay healthy, that will be maybe the missing part of his career.
Yeah, and that's the challenge right now.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
7 seconds left in the third. And slam dunk by Smart.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points.
Spurs 49, the Grizzlies 57.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter.
Applause for your Spurs Youth Dance Team.
Spurs trail by 8. Now Vassell inside. Sohan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, more and more, Vassell keeps others involved. He's becoming a great passer.
And that one's good by Clark.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Here's Castle. Misses the 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. And finished off by Morant.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
Here's the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. It's tipped. Vassell with it. Now guarded by Smart. That's tipped. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession.
Now into the lineup for your Spurs.
Pass to Sohan. Takes the 13-footer. And off the front, and in it goes.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Here's Smart. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. It's Vassell on the wing. Misses the wing J.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Three-pointer. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. It's a 10-point game. No good off the back of the rim. Pass to Morant. Back to Smart. Out to Morant. The tray. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. Can't hit from the elbow. Memphis leading by 10. Memphis moving it around. And Clark slams it in.
Well, we talk so much about the defense of Marcus Smart, but Smart is really good at running offense, too.
Up top, Morant.
Minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.